Cello players, here is your video on what notes that you have to read and practice for the progress check next week on exercise number 18. Remember, I wrote the exercise out here, but remember, it's on the handout that I gave out in class last week and this week for a couple of you who needed a second copy. And it's also on Google Classroom if you need to look at it there if you've lost the handout again. Now, 3 different notes that we need to know for this exercise. D, which is on the 3rd line of the bass clef staff. E, which is on the 3rd space right above the line. And F, which is on the 4th line. Now, this F is a little different. It's not a regular F. It's what we call an F sharp. That's what that little number sign or hashtag symbol is in front of it. It's not called a hashtag. It is not called a number sign. It's called a sharp sign. We'll go over later in class what exactly sharp signs mean for notes. But the important detail to remember right now is that the note is called F sharp. Now, I'm going to break down the fingerings for each note. You have it easy because you have stickers on your instrument that tell you exactly where each note is. Now, take your cello. You have your 4 strings. The string that we're using is your D string, which is the 2nd highest string you have. So if you look at how thick the strings are, it's the 2nd thinnest string. Right there. You should know and be familiar with it because it's the one that we use in class almost every week. Now, with that, obviously D, there's no fingers down because that is that D string, that note on the 3rd line. So any D that you have in this exercise, no fingers down, it's just your open string. E, your 1st finger, which is your index finger, goes on the 1st sticker on the D string, and you still pluck the D string. And now F sharp is slightly different because it's using your 3rd finger, which is your ring finger. Remember, your thumb doesn't count as one of the fingers when we count for string instruments. So you have your index, your middle, and your ring finger all down. And there's your F sharp. Now, practice this by saying the note names out loud and doing the appropriate fingerings for each note in rhythm. I'll demonstrate by doing the first couple measures. So don't even bother plucking the strings at first. Just practice saying the note names while doing the fingerings to build that muscle memory. So I'll do the first few measures. D, D, E, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, D, D. As you can see, I moved my fingers to match each note that I was playing, and then I was saying the note names out loud in the rhythm of the piece as I did it. And now, I'm going to play it once for you so you have an audio recording of the whole thing that you can practice along with and hear for reference as you practice for next week. Now, I'm going to say for the progress check that we should pluck first because I'd rather you focus on the fingers and knowing where each finger goes. Going forward, we'll do a lot more stuff with the bow in class. I know that mostly we've been plucking so far. So we're going to focus on plucking for the progress check, and then we'll do more bow going forward. But here it is, plucked. Okay, you can hear once or twice I accidentally hit one of the other strings as I was plucking, which is going to happen, and that's fine, not a big deal, nothing to worry about for this progress check. But practice your fingerings, practice saying and pressing, or saying and fingering each note correctly. Okay? Questions, concerns, confusion, come to Extra Help, leave comments on Google Classroom or this video. Alright? Happy practicing.